Hey everyone, I want to talk about this new Ulta ad that has everyone's panties in a bunch, and a bunch of Republicans are vowing to boycott Ulta over it. I want to talk about a couple of reasons that I think would be a good reason to boycott Jonathan Van Ness. And then I also want to talk about why none of this boycotting effort in this is doing anything other than making Republicans look really, really petty. I agree with some boycotting efforts, but this one is just kind of silly, and I'm going to explain to you why. So first, let's look at the ad.
See the display for the first time, you guys. Hi, honey. What's your name?
Paulina.
Nice to meet you, Paulina. Nice to meet you. What's your name, honey? Nice to meet you. We're gonna see what Javian hair looks like at Ulta for the first time. It's gonna be Ulta fun. Okay, let's see it. Who's that? She's so pretty. I got highlights since then. Oh, guys, do you think it's pretty?
It's gorgeous.
Do you think she's gonna get along with all of her other new Ulta friends?
She fits right in.
She does, right? Javian hair is now at Ulta Beauty nationwide. We love the hair you have.
I think that the main reason why people want to boycott Ulta now is because this is a man in a dress, and they think that this is someone that considers themselves to be a trans woman, which is not the case. He claims to be non-binary. You know, if you've been around for a while, you know how I feel about that. But I think that it's pretty much the way that he acts. People are sick of the bearded lady thing. Like, they're sick of all of this. They don't want to see it anymore. A lot of women are sick of like men being in the makeup space, which I have news for you, girlfriend. Every single place that you go is going to be carrying products from people like this. Okay. Gay men have been, this is a gay man. Okay. I don't believe the whole non-binary bullshit. Gay men have been in the makeup space for a very long time. If you haven't noticed, makeup and hair, all of it. So good luck when you walk into Sephora, and good luck not seeing a man working there wearing full ass makeup and doing makeovers on people, because you're pretty much going to walk into any Sephora and see that. So I've seen like tons of comments on like TikToks and things saying, well, I guess I'm going to Sephora now. And I'm like, girl, I actually know somebody who is now a trans woman that I actually used to date when he was a cis man. I hate using that word, but I'm trying to describe what this is. And he wore makeup every single day when he went to work. He didn't wear it when we were around each other, but he wore it to work, and he did makeovers for women all day long. And he's really good at makeup, actually. He actually makes a really good looking trans woman. Which I would never date a trans person. It's just not something that I'm interested in. And, but like, I'm telling you, this is so silly because of that, but I can give you a couple of good reasons. If you need a couple of good reasons, I can give you a couple. So hold on. So here is Jonathan Van Ness on the Barnes & Noble YouTube page reading a book that he wrote called Peanut Goes for the Gold. And he's reading, this is a children's book because all of these narcissistic gay people they want an audience of children for some reason. So here's one reason that you might want to boycott Jonathan Van Ness, but boycotting Ulta, in my opinion, is just stupid and petty. And you're not going to find another makeup store like that where they don't support gay people or trans people, or they don't have products made by trans people or non-binaries. Like, you're just not going to find it. But here's Jonathan Van Ness reading his book that he wrote about a non-binary, I think it's a guinea pig or something, going for the gold. And I'll just play a little bit of it so you can get a feel for the cringe that I feel when I watch this. Here we go.
Jonathan Van Ness, pictures by Jillian Reed.
Now, I will say, now this was 3 years ago. Remember, I said that he's getting more and more flamboyant and more non-binary by the day. So here he's wearing what looks like men's clothes. And so in the other video about his other book as well, it's men's clothes. And his other book I'm not going to show because there's really not a big reason for that. This one I chose because it's like you're trying to teach people about non-binary. You're trying to teach people's kids about being non-binary. which is not okay. But the other book is actually quite a supportive, nice kids book. It doesn't mention any of this stuff. It's just about being you no matter what. And it doesn't mention non-binary or they, them, or any of that.
Peanut goes for the gold. Cute picture. Peanut goes for the gold. Peanut has their own way of doing things.
Notice there. It's not him or her, it's there.
Peanut loves doing cartwheels while on the basketball court and having banana pancakes on their birthday instead of cake.
On their birthday. Teaching
And
kids
cutting
improper
their own hair
English.
as they hula hoop.
Cutting their own hair. Oh.
Kids don't do that at home. Or ever. Cutting your hair while you hula hoop is only a Peanut thing. Sometimes people think Peanut's weird. But more often, friends wind up joining in the fun. When Peanut decides to do something, there's just no stopping them. I'm going to be a rhythmic gymnast.
Okay, we get the point, Johnny boy. We get it. So obviously, if you are a friend of the show, if you stick around and you enjoy my content, you probably agree with me that teaching kids about they, thems and gender identity is not a good thing to do. All these people are doing is confusing these children. And while they argue that this is still proper English, it's not. It's not. And if you needed another reason, here's Jonathan Van Ness on Sesame Street.
Wow, it's uncanny. Ellen looked just like Jonathan Van Ness.
Cookie Monster, Cookie. That is Jonathan Van Ness.
Elmo, Cookie, are you ready to see my monster piece?
Ready, Jonathan.
Mama Bear,
That sounds
some runway
gross.
music, please.
Oh, yeah.
People and monsters alike, a round of applause for the Not Too Late Show's newest monster, Alan. Ta-da! Alan Monster is wearing the latest in high monster fashion with a set of sleek horns, fluffy fuzzy fur, all topped off with a monster honker.
So they're basically having like a little Sesame Street drag show with an extremely flamboyant crossdresser displayed all out for children specifically. I personally think that that's a problem. I think that's a problem. Trans people make up about 1% or less of the population. Why on earth do we think that the majority of people and the major majority of people want their kids to see this? Why do they need to be trained about they, thems and gender nonsense? There's no reason for it. Not to mention that I've read plenty about Jonathan Van Ness and his narcissistic personality and how psychotic he is. Like, I personally don't think that he's a very good role model for children. And so if you need a reason to boycott Jonathan Van Ness and his products, there you go. There's your reason. But if you're just boycotting Ulta because they're carrying Jonathan Van Ness's products and he's a man in a dress, newsflash, you're really not boycotting anything because the entire beauty industry is basically run by gay people. So if you didn't know that, welcome to reality. Reality Report with Ryan. Here's your reality check for the day. So tell me, what do you guys think about this? I know I have like a little bit of an opinion on both sides. Are you more one-sided? Do you agree with the boycott? Do you think this is silly? Like, leave a comment below and make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and I will see you on the next one.